Oh, look at this, guys. An upload on a Saturday. What am I doing, eh? I really don't have anything else to say. I was going to try and make this intro funny, but... Oh, fuck it. Sod it. Just get on to the intro, for fuck's sake. Yo, what's going on, people? Gaming Gastly coming back at you again for another video, and welcome to another reaction video. Now today, guys, I'm not going to be reacting to one, not two, but three videos today. I'm going to be reacting to three videos made by a YouTuber called Llama Art that does these scary animated horror stories on the internet. Now, apparently these are really freaky, and the person that narrates them, I think his name is Mr. Nightmare, apparently he narrates these stories incredibly well, and apparently he's like a creepypasta reader himself. I've never watched any of his videos, and you know me, guys, I'm a creepypasta reader myself as well. I've read The Smiling Man, I've read Where Bad Kids Go, and Gateway of the Mind, and, you know, stuff like that. So, I figured today, guys, we're going to be reacting to more of, you know, we're going to react to some more horror stuff, because, again, it's Halloween, and let's get the scares on. So, the first video we're going to be reacting to is called Scary School Lockdown Story.
It was a typical boring day in calculus, only it was Friday, 7th period, meaning the week was almost over and spring break would finally be upon us.
That's
so
cool.
Everybody was getting antsy in their seats, I could tell. We didn't have a test that day like a lot of my friends did with their other teachers. So our teacher in the middle of class just decided to start playing games with us on Sporkle.com.
Yeah!
He was a very laid-back teacher like that. As we were doing some brand logo quiz on Sporkle, I remember the exact moment it happened.
What happened?
Right after my friend answered a question, I remember the exact answer too, Adidas. The dean's voice came through the loudspeaker.
Who?
He sounded panicked and frantic as he told all the teachers this was not a drill and to go into lockdown.
Oh, crap.
I actually got the chills, and I got goosebumps on my arms.
And you got chills then as well?
The teacher, too, seemed panicked as he ran to turn off the lights and ushered us to the back corner of the room.
Oh, shit.
We all sat in silence for about 2 minutes, and then the usual buzzing that came from a panel in the back of the room ceased, indicating that the school must have cut all the power.
Oh, God.
We all looked at each other, realizing this must be serious.
I'd be shitting myself if I was in this.
A few more minutes of waiting later, we heard a man screaming at the top of his lungs coming down the hallway. 2 girls in the class actually started crying, which made all of us even more scared.
Oh my God!
As the screaming got closer to the classroom, the lunatic-sounding man started banging on the lockers while screaming, "I'll kill all of you."
Holy shit!
It was at that moment that I started to fear for my life. My teacher shushed us as we all looked at each other to see our peers' reactions. The banging then moved from the lockers to our classroom door.
Fucking! Oh God, no!
One of the crying girls screamed no. The banging on the door only grew worse as the man started screaming.
Nah, mate, I would not want to. Oh!
2 of the girls in the class were crying out loud now. It felt like an eternity that man was pounding at the door. But eventually, he finally continued down the hallway, screaming like a mentally insane person, until we could not hear him anymore.
Holy crap!
I'd say 10 minutes later, though it felt like half an hour given the situation, the dean came back on the loudspeaker explaining the situation, which was surprising for him to do. He explained that some apparently mentally unstable person entered the building and assaulted the woman sitting at the front desk, causing her to flee the building screaming, and staff wasn't sure if the man was armed or not. Now this was before the school had cameras or could afford proper security, so the school was wide open to something like this happening. The staff had done a sweep of all the hallways and classrooms and couldn't find him, so the dean instructed the teachers to resume teaching but to keep all the doors locked and to not let any students leave for any reasons.
Yeah, okay.
The most disturbing part, however, is that one of the janitors working the night shift found the man sleeping in one of the storage closets near the back end of the school. And according to rumors that were spread by my peers, sticking out of his pocket was a .44 Magnum.
Oh my God!
The janitor must have done something stupid to wake him up. For example, leaving the closet door open, because by the time a police officer could arrive on the scene, the man was gone.
Shh! God damn it!
My entire class, as far as I know, to this day, has no idea if this man was ever found, but I like to think that right now he's being given the proper help that he needs.
Yeah? Wow! Oh my god! Okay. Whoa! I need to wow! It's just like, I mean, I've never been locked down in a school before because I live in England, and I'm not sure if schools in England ever do lockdowns. But oh my god, like I would be frightened for my life there, guys. I would literally be panicking and shaking so much. I couldn't imagine like what people would be feeling like that. Oh, I don't go to school anymore. I'm 17. I'm almost 18. I'm in college. Like, oh my god, that was, chills just went down my spine because of that. Let's just pray to God that guy is gone. Anyway, that was the first video, guys. The next one we've got here is called Scary Field Trip Horror Story. Oh god. Let's begin.
Back in high school, I took a mysteries and mythology type class, or something like that. I don't remember the name of the class. It basically just had to do with real life mysteries and creepy shit. I was into that kind of stuff.
That's pretty cool, solving mysteries.
Friend, who I'll call Ben for this story.
Ben, okay.
The teacher of the class took us on a field trip to a nearby abandoned village with an unknown past.
Why abandoned?
The village was built in the early 1900s, but seems as though it had been quickly abandoned shortly after it was built.
Okay.
The bus ride there was about 20 minutes.
Not bad.
All of us were glued to the bus windows as we pulled up some sketchy-looking, decrepit road cutting through dense forest.
Wow.
The road eventually led to a clearing. We were there.
Oh.
We stepped out onto the road, which had grass growing through the cracks. The grass surrounding was almost knee-high. Then there were the buildings. The tall, archaic brick buildings with the boarded-up windows all gave off such chilling vibes.
Nah,
The
I wouldn't
teacher
go
lined
there.
all 20 of us up, counted heads, and then began leading the way. The point of this little field trip was to use the so-called skills we learned in class to see if we could put anything together about why the village may have been abandoned so long ago.
Okay, so
Some of
detectives.
the buildings had holes in the walls to serve as entryways. There were even holes in the ground next to some of the buildings,
Oh god.
seemingly dug to get into the basements of some of the buildings, which seemed creepy.
Yeah.
There was one building, though. It stood taller than any of the others. It just intrigued me the most.
Yeah.
While the teacher was leading the group towards the village church, Ben and I decided to sneak off on our own to look for anything interesting.
Why?
When we walked off in the direction of the tallest building, we saw a hole in the ground. It was dug by the back door of the building, which had been sealed off.
Oh god.
In the hole was a ladder, which led down to the concrete floor below.
Nah, I wouldn't go in
We
there.
both looked at each other and knew we had to do it. Ben climbed down first, then me. Luckily,
Great.
this was just around the time Apple started putting flashlights on their phones, so we had a source of light.
Okay,
It was
you got
creepy
it right.
down there. There were a couple of beer bottles, one graffiti tag on the wall, and dusty wooden planks everywhere.
What does that say?
There was
I
a
couldn't
wooden
tell what that
stairway
said.
which led up to complete darkness, since all windows and doors had been sealed shut from above. We had already gone as far as to enter the building, so we figured we'd go up the stairs too.
Oh, great.
I went first, and with each step, the creakiness of the 100-year-old wood made me feel as if I was going to fall through each and every step.
That's what I would feel
Ben
like, yeah.
followed suit. This floor of the building was very tight. It seemed like there were many openings going off into different, smaller rooms.
Yo, XZ Mini J, if you're
So
watching
dark
this,
in
this is
there,
a place
we
that you should
didn't even guess
explore.
It was daytime. Ben and I were honestly starting to get creeped out in there, and agreed to go back outside.
Yeah.
But just then, there was a noise in one of the tiny rooms. Like a big rock hitting the concrete floor.
That scared me
A
then.
normal
I was waiting
instinct
for
would be
it.
to run, but Ben and I froze, locked eyes for a moment, then both tiptoed over to the opening of the room. We shined the lights into the room and ran.
What was in there?
We ran back down the stairs and then up the rusty ladder back outside. We caught up to the group out of breath. We didn't say anything though to avoid getting in trouble.
Great.
One of our classmates asked us what was wrong. We told him we snuck into one of the buildings. And in one of the rooms, when we shined the light into it, we saw 3 guys standing maybe 10 feet away from the doorway.
Ooh, no!
Facing Ben and I in a weird formation, as if they were waiting for us.
Ugh!
As we continued following the group, we paid extra attention to the tall building we entered from the distance.
Okay.
And before leaving, we saw a person's face at one of the higher level windows that had not been boarded up.
Oh, yeah?
We never told the teacher in fear of getting in trouble. We didn't know what to think. Were those just homeless people living in there? Were they gang members in hiding? Ben freaks me out with his theory. He says they were ghosts of the people who once lived in the town.
I don't think so.
Still, the way the 3 guys were just hauntingly standing there so calmly, staring at us the moment we peeked our heads through that doorway, I still can't get that image out of my head.
They do look like...
I may go back to that village one day, just to prove Ben's idea wrong.
Oh, he went back. What the... What's he doing? There's a red light in there. Oh god. Don't you dare jump scare me! Okay, good. Whoa! Okay. Alright. See, I think they were either A, homeless people, or B, probably gangs. Like gangs that were just messed up in a fight, because they couldn't have been ghosts. They couldn't have been ghosts. I mean, then again, they could have been because it was an abandoned place. But they could have been homeless people because of the way their clothes looked like, or they could have been gangs because of what they were dressed up in. Because you seen that guy in a suit with a red tie, you seen the other person with the green hat, and then you seen this other dude. I couldn't make out what the other dude was. It was because it's bright in my room and I couldn't see properly. So yeah. Oh, that was the scary field trip. That one wasn't that bad. I still find the lockdown one scary. Oh, that school lockdown one, that still gets to me. I still find that one scarier than than the field trip one. But still, I wouldn't have been Ben and that other fella exploring that building. Oh, I mean, knowing Jack, he was going there. Jack, if you're watching this, go explore that place. Maybe they'll let you explore that place. Anyway, on to video 3. This one is simply just called The Motel. Oh, this one might be the scariest out of all of them. I have hopes. Please.
I was 19 years old at the time, working at a sketchy motel.
Okay.
The motel was pretty run down, and the majority of people who stayed there were locals that were just doing things they weren't supposed to be doing.
Well,
let's
that's
just
people.
say the cops came by multiple times a week.
Oh, God.
I worked as both a front desk person, checking in these creeps all hours of the night,
Oh,
and
it's a
as
lady.
housekeeper who got to clean up their nasty, vomit-smelling rooms afterwards.
I would not want that job.
I was working as a housekeeper in the second building of the motel, on the backside furthest from the office. I
Okay.
hated working over there because it not only had the most worn-down rooms, but it was always pretty vacant over there and way too quiet for comfort.
Ooh.
I began cleaning one of my last rooms and wanted to get done in a hurry because it was getting late.
Okay.
I was washing the mirror in the room that I was cleaning when all of a sudden, I saw a man in the reflection staring at me. He was mid-50s, dirty, with long, greasy hair. Startled, I screamed, "Oh my God." I told him he scared me. The room I was currently cleaning was vacant, so there was no reason why this man should have been in there watching me clean. However, we just had a meeting on customer satisfaction, and my boss was really pressuring us to be more polite and help the guests any way we could. Sir?
Stupid
I
boss.
asked him cautiously. Can I get you anything? Towels? The man just stared back at me with a crooked grin and held out his hands to me. I thought maybe he was handing me a tip for cleaning his room earlier, but when I looked down, I saw he was holding a $100 bill. Alarms started going off in my head. No one tips $100 on a $40 a night room. The man just smiled and said his name was Terry. He said he was staying in the room next door with his wife Sherry, and sort of joked about their names rhyming. He smelled like car oil and alcohol.
Alarms! Alarms!
When I asked him
Code red! Code red!
$100, he laughed deep in his throat and said, "Me and my wife were watching you, and we just wanted to have fun with you."
Nope! Nope.
I felt like my heart jumped into my throat.
I don't think he has a wife.
No, I can't do that, sir. I'm sorry. I wanted to run out of the room screaming, but he was blocking the door, my only exit. The man smiled again, taking on a softer tone of voice.
No!
He invited me to come into his room to meet his wife, just to talk as friends. I nervously told him no again, and that I had a lot of work to do for the day. I prayed to God he would just go away, and eventually he did.
Good.
He grunted and walked off in what I assumed to be the direction of his room.
Fuck off!
My mind began racing. There is no wife, I thought. This man could try and kidnap me.
Yeah.
I was 110 pounds at the time and not very strong. He could easily overpower me. I locked the room from the inside and went directly to the phone to call my manager at the front desk, but the phone wasn't working. Adrenaline began pumping through my veins, and despite what I was always told not to do, I was panicking. Did he cut the line? No, I thought. This is a crappy motel. It happens all the time.
He could have done that.
I just have to get out. I remembered that I had my cell phone out on my housekeeping card, but that was outside the locked door.
Shit.
I'd have to open the door to get it. I cautiously opened the door to the room that I was cleaning and peered out. I didn't see anyone, so I frantically began searching my cart for my cell phone.
Come on,
I was
please.
wasting too much time looking for it, so I just decided to run as fast as I could and make a break for the front desk in the office.
Alright, good idea.
Then from behind me, I heard the man again, but this time he was screaming to someone else, "She's running, she's getting away." I could hear his shoes slamming against the pavement after me. I quickly turned the corner, grabbed my keycard, and let myself into a stockroom and locked the door. Within moments, I heard the sound of the dirty guy and someone else running outside, searching for me. I stayed in that stockroom for 30 minutes shaking until
Who
I
could
could
that
no longer
person
hear
be?
them
I don't
searching
think
for
it'd
me.
be his wife.
I finally got the courage to run the rest of the way to the front desk. When I made it there, I collapsed into my boss's arms and he called the police. The man and whoever else was in the room with him peeled out before the cops could arrive, and I was beyond shaken up. According to the police who ran a search, this wasn't the first time he had done something like this, and he was actually wanted for sexual assault, gross sexual imposition, and in the past was once charged with rape. A few weeks later, on what happened to be my birthday, this guy was caught. A few weeks after that, I quit. I will never again work at another motel.
I will never be working at a motel anyway, mate. Oh. Okay. Alright, yeah, okay. You got me. This one, the motel, yeah, that one was definitely the scariest one out of all three of these ones. The motel was the scariest one. Oh man. Nah, I would hate to be in that position. And especially that word as well. I'm not gonna say the words, but I hate hearing that word. I hate. Ugh. It just makes me shiver, and I can't stand it. Anyway, I'm gonna end this here before I get too shaken up. Guys, if you want me to react to any more of these horror stories, then by all means let me know in the comments below. Just leave a like and let me know in the comments if you want me to react to more of these horror stories, because it's been so good. I've enjoyed these. I really have. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like, comment down below what game you'd like me to play next, and also comment a video you want me to react to next. And don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned for future videos just like this one right here. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!